Hey, legends. Fraser Brooks here with another incredible episode. In today's hot seat, we have the legendary Lorena Gabor.
Yes.
Did I get
Perfect.
it? Yeah, yes. Come on. So, it's always interesting with these names, right? From people all over the world. People call me Fraser a lot when it's Fraser, especially people from like America and different parts of the world. But I do my absolute best to get the names right.
Thank you, Fraser.
Fraser. It's the r, isn't it? It's so crazy. So how are you?
I'm doing great.
Amazing.
I'm super happy and excited.
Oh, it's so cool. So I put an Instagram story out a few weeks back, like, hey, I'm in Paris. Who of my friends are crushing it in their network marketing space? And you were like, hello.
I'm here.
It's kind of an awkward question to ask, isn't it?
No. I was waiting for it.
I was waiting for it. Because some people are like, yeah, it's me. And some people are like texting their friends, can you tell Fraser that I live in Paris and I crush it? We've had a few of those, which is fine, right? It's just two different styles. But you're amazing. You're killing it.
Thank you.
I love following you. And by the way, guys, if you are tuning in, watching, just make note at Win with Lorena.
Yes.
So Instagram, go follow her. Really good content. You're doing really great with your reels as well.
Thank you.
I saw a really good one where you did like how much you made in like your first year, and then your second year, and then you made a decision, and then your third year, and then 6 months later, and then 9 months later. That was really cool.
Yes.
I really like that. So let's go. You're crushing it now. And we all talk about the story of now. We go on stage and we're like, I am the I'm crushing it. What happened? Where were you before network marketing? Like before you joined, what were you doing and how did you actually get involved?
Yes. So I was born, no, I'm joking. No, we're gonna start a bit later. Yeah. So I grew up actually with my grandparents because my parents were not having a lot of money, so they were really working hard with a traditional job. And since I was little, I was always telling to my father, because I remember he was always like, Lorena, that's why we don't spend so much time together, because we need to make money, And I think I was like 10, imagine, like crazy. I was like 10 and I was saying to my father, it doesn't matter how much money you make, it matters how you make them, Like, I don't know where it came from, but I was always telling this to him because I really believed that if you spend all your time away from your family, it's not worth it, So when I was 16, I was started to do small businesses, taking phones from the market and then resell them to my friends, to my parents' friends, and all these small things. Then I had a business online with clothes from China. I did a lot of things. I was just open, It's like all the time searching, how can I do money without putting a lot of effort and time, And then I went to Bucharest because I'm from a small town in Romania. And in Bucharest, I started to own a beauty salon. It was very funny because someone said, there is an apartment for rent next to your building. And I was like, what if I will do a beauty salon in an apartment, And it was really funny because I had like I was 19 or 20. So I started this with a small investment. And I remember that I had it like for 2 years and it was doing well. Like I was earning money, but not a lot of money, but it was enough for me. At the end, I had to close it. And I remember that, nobody's asking you in the real life, in general, nobody's asking you, Lorena, what did you learn out of this? Yeah. In network marketing, a lot of people are asking you all these questions, but in real life, nobody's asking. So I asked myself, at the end, I said, what did I learn after 2 years? And my first lesson was that I really needed mentorship. Like I didn't know how to own a beauty salon or a real business. So I was like, if it was to start again, I would really like to work in a beauty salon before or have a mentor. So after that, I went to Paris to study. After 6 months, I came to Paris and it was with law school, with Erasmus. And after 6 months, Yes, after 6 months, I called my family and I said, listen, I love Paris, I will stay here, and I'm dropping out of school.
Oh, no.
Imagine.
When was that? How long ago was that?
It was almost 8 years ago.
Wow, you've been in Paris for 8 years?
Yes,
wow.
8 years, and after 6 months, I dropped out of school because I knew that I didn't want to work in law. In this field, because my father is a lawyer, and I see how much he still works at almost 60s, so it was not my dream job. So I dropped out of school, and I started to work, and it was the only time when I work as an employee. I worked for a company which was selling products, and after 3 months they fired me. They fired me because I couldn't wake up all the time in the morning.
Yeah.
Yes.
You were a big dreamer. Yes. You were having one of those dreams that you didn't want to wake up from. Your alarm went off, you turned it off, and you were like, no, I need to finish this dream.
Yes, exactly. And I was so honest, because our iPhones, when they are out of battery, the alarm is not going on, right?
Yeah.
And I woke up at 9 and I called the manager and I was like, I could have invented everything, and I was just saying that, my phone was dead, I'm coming now. And he said, don't need to come. And Fraser, the craziest thing is that all my life, like imagine, this was huge for me, because all my life I wanted freedom. I wanted to be with my family, to spend time with them. And with that job, I was working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day. It was crazy. Like I worked so hard, and I forgot about. I went in the rat race without even realizing. And when they fired me, I cried for like 3 days. Like it was crazy.
What am I gonna do?
Exactly. And I was making a lot of money because I was paid on commission. So I was making a lot of money, because I was selling a lot. And in my mind, the manager that I had, he really put in my mind that I will never make those money elsewhere, because I was not speaking well French either. So I was crying and everything, and then it was very funny, and then I will stop because otherwise I'd speak with for 2 hours.
No, it's good, it's great.
A friend of mine from Romania, she was living in Paris, and back then Airbnb was not very well known.
Right, 8 years ago, right?
Yes, it was a bit at the beginning, and at least for me. And she told me, listen, Lorena, I went to Romania for 2 weeks, and I rented my apartment on a platform, and I made the money for 1 month. In my mind, money. I was like, money. So if you rent for 1 month, you will make twice the rent. So it's a business. Let me make this business in Paris. So I went in this. I was already in real estate, and then I went on Airbnb, and at some point I had 15 apartments in Paris that I was renting, re-renting, and doing this on Airbnb. I was having the time, I was having the money, like I was making 5 figures a month, which was great for me.
Incredible, yeah.
Yes, and but I was not happy. Like I was not fulfilled. I was bored. I was feeling stuck. I was only 25.
Yeah.
Imagine, I was only 25, and I was like, this will be my life. Like I'm not at all excited, I was waking up at 2 p.m. Not at all excited. And then a friend of mine came and she told me about network marketing. I didn't understand anything because she was always talking about the money, and I had the money. So I was not interested in the money. And she was following up for 6 months.
Nice.
Like I am the best, in my business, I am the best with the follow-up.
Because you got followed up.
Exactly. And actually every time when I was going, for example, to Bucharest, Lorena, now is an event. You really get to go to the event. When I was in Paris, there is an event. You have to go there. I was like, everywhere where I go, there is an event, And I was going to those events, and one time she told me to go to a big event, the European Congress with 5,000 people. And I went there, and I remember it was in Florence. And the first thing, like I was not thinking about the $1 million ring and all these things. I was like, why are these people so happy?
Yeah.
What do they do? Why they are smiling and they are kissing everybody? And, because when you live in Paris, there are not so many happy people, you saw?
I was joking around because we were doing an event yesterday, and I like to joke with the Parisians, right? The people, especially in France, not just Paris, because they sit there like this. And I was saying to Braden behind the camera, I was saying that like when I'm speaking, the first session, the 2 sessions, the first session, like all of them are like that.
Yes.
And I'm like, for something, I'm doing something wrong. And then they come up to me at the break and be like, oh, this was amazing. And I was like, tell it to your face. Like, tell it, like, yeah, show it. And in the second session, it was a little bit more lively, but 100%, it's a very different culture.
Exactly.
And England's here, France is here, but it's like England is here and France is here on the map. So bizarre. But
exactly. And the thing is that I come from Romania, and in Romania we have this culture of having a gang, like a group of friends, and you call somebody and you say, let's meet in 5 minutes. In Paris, you have to call somebody and let's meet in 1 month. And maybe you cancel the day before, you know?
Yeah, classic.
So
everyone was like on fire.
Yes, they were so happy.
But so the first job that you had, well, here in Paris, you were doing well because it was commissions.
Yes.
But like you were like, you weren't aware that you weren't happy, so you were let your kind of alarm go off, and you know, because you check your phone before you go, you need to charge it. You kind of like, you knew you weren't happy, but you kind of didn't like realize it. Exactly. The second thing, you were making a lot of money, but you realized you weren't happy. Exactly. So you started to find things that made you money and made you happy, right? In alignment. It's called alignment. We talk about alignment a lot. So you went to this event in Florence.
So I went to this event, and after the event, Fraser, I was like, pooh, I will conquer the world. This business is crazy. I will share with everybody. I signed up 12 people with packages of 500. This was in my first company. So 500 euros, 12 people, and imagine that I was not having friends in Paris. So that means that I went to an app. I don't know if it still exists. It was called Meetup. You know it?
Yeah, I remember it. I don't know if it's still going, but it should be because it was a great app.
Yes, and they were
It's still going. It's still going. It's still a thing. Let's get back on it. Top tip.
If you don't have followers on Instagram or something, you want to go on the field, go with Meetup. So Meetup is an app where there are meetings according to your interests. So I was going to those meetings and I was recruiting people,
you know?
Networking. Yes, and old school. And I signed up 12 people. And imagine, like how everybody was calling, you know, the leaders, amazing, the rising star of in France. The second month, because it was with monthly fee, the second month, out of 12, 12 quit.
Oh, wow.
All of them.
You had 100%. Well, 100%. Congratulations.
Yes. The retention was very high. So how crazy is this? You know? And you know, Fraser, I think that in my 6 years career, this is the mindset that really helped me. And I don't know where it's coming from, but it was like, I don't think it's the company. I don't think it's the industry. I think it's me.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, like in so many different stages of my business, this helped me because even then I could have said, this is bullshit. Like I work and then they quit. I don't make the money. Where is the residual? And instead of saying this, I said, okay, maybe I should learn. Maybe I should be coachable. So I started to be coachable and to build differently.
That's amazing. So did you start to go to more events to learn, or like what were you doing? Were you reading books? Were you going to events? What were you doing to learn?
So in the first year, I was with this company 1 year and 2 months, and I remember that I made in total around $5,000 in 1 year and 2 months.
In your first year and 2 months, first company, first experience. That's actually good.
It's good.
Really
right?
good?
Yes, but I think I made almost the half in the first month, right?
Yeah.
There were a lot of bonuses, you know? Exactly. So for the mindset, it was not easy, you know, because I was making a lot of money with my business in Airbnb. On the other side, I was doing a bit peanuts, you know, for Parisian lifestyle.
So if you were in, how much is like good money in Romania? Like a month?
In Romania, well, good money today, let's say like an average people can live well with 800 euros.
800 euros a month.
Yes,
which is great. But in Paris,
it's
a lot more, isn't it?
Yes. In Paris, just imagine that my apartment where I was living back then, which was a small apartment, only 2 rooms, 14 square meters, it was 1,500 euros. Only the apartment, you know. Like super small.
Absolutely.
Like my first apartment, the whole apartment, 17 square meters. It was the size of this room, and you know what? I like my parents. They have a good lifestyle today because they work a lot when I
Yeah.
was young, and we have a big house and everything. And when I arrived in Paris, 17 square meters, and on the walls, it was all gray. And I was thinking that it's the paint, but it was the mold.
Oh, wow.
I never saw mold in my life before. And I lived there for 2 years. My mother cried when she came, you know. She was like, why don't you stay here? We have money, come back.
Please,
No,
please.
I will do it by myself.
Wow. So you started to learn more, you started to go to events, read the books.
So with the events, this is what I wanted to tell you. So back then we had a lot of events, like every 2 months there was live events, and I was going everywhere, Fraser. I was going to London, then to Greece, then to Italy, to Romania, everywhere. Like I spent more, way more than what I earned in my first year. And even today, I'm grateful for this, because even though on the moment I was not making a lot of money or even enough to pay all of that, because of those events, today I am where I am.
I'll tell you something on this, because there's a big issue with the culture when it comes to like Europeans and it comes to Americans. So traditionally, if an American is in a dip or a downturn or a challenge, they will on average invest their way out of it. So they will go out there and invest, like, who do I need to hire? Who's a coach? What book do I need to do? What courses? Europeans tend to go, I'm in a dip. Store the money, save the money, don't spend it, don't spend it, don't spend it. Whereas you actually took the approach of, I'm investing it.
Exactly.
I'm investing it all, and now look where you are. Right?
Exactly.
So you obviously joined Network Marketing. You were in your first company for, I think you said 14 months, 1 year, 2 months. How long were you with the first company for?
Yes, 14 months.
14 months.
Yes.
Then you moved on.
Yes.
Things didn't work out for you.
Yes.
And now you're with the company that you've been with. How long have you been with the company?
Almost 4 years.
4 years.
So first company 14 months, second company 14 months.
Yeah.
Oh, like this is the limit.
So in the third company after 14 months, you were like, right, I'm ready to go.
Yes. Not really, because the mindset was different.
It was completely different.
It changed.
What do you think that change was? Was it just like, I've made a decision, I'm going all in, I've realized that I'm a professional now?
Exactly. So what I really want to share with everybody, because a lot of times we see in network marketing people joining, and in the first year they make millions and they are, like everybody's successful, and a lot of people are like, but it's been 3 years, I'm here, I'm still not making a lot of money, and it was my case. Like in my second company, the maximum that I made in 1 month, it was like 1,500 euros, but in general I was making less than 1,000. So in Paris, you cannot live with this money, you know? It's only in plus, next to your what you're making. So the thing is that after the second company, I took the decision. I remember that I called one of my uplines and I said, listen, I really like this industry. It took me 2 years and a half to really understand the power of this industry, and that it can respond to a lot of my needs, not only money, but also growth, personal development, giving back, all these things. So I said, I want to go all in this business. And I said, but I don't feel that we are in the right company for my vision, for the international vision. I wanted a company that is not very new, but not very old either. I wanted a company that is sexy, and everything. So I said, let's analyze other companies. And we analyzed like 50 companies. In like 3 months, and because you saw that French people don't speak English.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, but I mean, I don't speak French, so
yes,
I can't say.
But the thing is that I was making the less money in that group. We had a small group of 5 people. I was making the less money, but I was the only one speaking English. So I was always in contact with top leaders from United States, from other companies, analyzing the compensation plan, the products, the vision, and everything. So I learned so many things in that only 3 months. And after I said, okay, I want to be professional, I will go with this company and I will do things differently. Even though, what is funny is that I don't work more than before. I still don't work a lot. But my mindset, and when I talk about the business, I think that the posture, the energy, the vision is different. So the results are different.
How much do you think you work on a weekly basis? How many hours do you think you do on a weekly basis? No, and it's cool. It's cool because your hours are like, I'm gonna have a guess. I guess that 1 hour of work for you is 1 hour of work for you.
Yes,
it's not like a scroll.
No. So I'm really focused. Like when I do something, I'm there. You don't talk with me. I just do one task, and it really helps me. So imagine that if I do 2 or 3 Zooms a day. This is a lot for me.
So 2 to 3 hours a day?
Yes, 2 to 3 hours. Then maybe 1 hour also of prospecting and following up. And so I would say like 3 to 4 hours a week, a day.
So like, 20 hours.
Yes.
But really, and I want the people who are tuning into this to know, that is the optimum amount. It really is, because if you're doing more, then you potentially are overworking in this space. Because network marketing is it's not supposed to be a full-time business. It's a part-time thing. It's a full-time income and a lot more than that, but for a part-time game. So how have you been able to do it? Like, what strategy? We mentioned it offline before, because this is the first time we've actually met in person. We've been following each other for a while, and we talk now and again. But like, you've been crushing it. I've been following your journey. It's amazing. So how have you done it? What's been like the thing that's kept you going, or helped you build your team and help the team around you grow as well?
So I want to share with you a story. So I joined my last company that I'm with now, and I really had from the beginning the vision. Like I said, okay, we will make big teams in this company worldwide, etc. And I joined, and after 1 month, my sponsor left. And I had nobody else in the upline. Like, they are living in United States. They are great mentors. I got in touch after with them, but at the beginning I had nobody. And nobody was speaking Romanian. The website was not translated in Romanian. So I had a lot of things to do by myself without any help. In the first 6 months, Fraser, like, imagine, I made less than 1,000 euros a month, and I quit my business in Airbnb.
Oh.
Like, I had zero income. I had some money aside, of course, but I had zero income. So imagine for the mindset, waking up and saying, okay, this month I made 700 euros. And before I was making 10,000.
Yeah.
Like, it was...
With the Airbnb and your network marketing business.
Exactly. So I was like, but I was never thinking about this. This is crazy, because when I think about this, like back then, it was crazy. I was always thinking where I'm going to. Like, if I was talking with people, and even leaders that joined me afterwards, they said, Lorena, I was sure that you were making 10,000 a month. Yeah. Like, they never asked me. Sometimes people are like, I don't feel legitimate, or how to say legitimate, yes. I was like, nobody asked me how much I was making. Like, I was so sure, And imagine that after 6 months, I remember January 2 years ago, I think, or 3 years ago, I was making 678 euros in 1 month. And I remember I was in Romania, and I was on my bed, and I said, listen, it's been almost 3 years since I'm in the business. I make less than 1,000. I never make a lot of money. I went all in this business. What should I do? Either I quit, but if I quit, I was honest to myself, like, this industry is really amazing. I never saw an industry like this where you can make so much money, have the freedom, help other people. Like, it's crazy when you think about this. And on the other side, I said, okay, I have to change something. I cannot change my team. I will not change the company, because I really believe that it's the best. So the only thing that I can change is myself. Fraser, it was crazy. Like, listen, I went on the bed, and I was writing on my journal how I want my life to be, and I was super happy and everything. Yes, but imagine, I went on Instagram, and I share everything. I share my thoughts and everything, and I posted only the word gratitude. I was happy at home, gratitude. Earning 700 euros a month don't care, Fraser, in the same night, a friend somebody that I know, only once I met with her. She sent me a message. She said, Lorena, I'm thinking I don't feel well where I am. I think to leave the company. I want to go to another one. I said, okay, let's have a call. We had a call until the morning, 4 in the morning. The second day, she signed up, and she became one of my biggest leaders in France.
Wow.
And from January, I made less than 700 euros. In August, 7 months later, I made 10,000. 3 months later, 20,000. So in only 1 year, I went from 700 to 20,000.
However, it took you the years of apprenticeship,
exactly,
the investing in yourself, the realization, the gratitude, the mindset, the vision. Because you said you're in your bed, you're making the $700, 700 euros. Was this in Transylvania, in Romania, just outside?
Yeah, no, I was in Bucharest.
Are you in Bucharest?
Yes,
sorry, you're in Bucharest.
I went only for 1 month. I was not living. I was still living in Paris, actually.
Yeah. But you went there and you weren't crying in tears on your bed.
No.
But when you'd lost your job in Paris years ago, you were like, three days of tears. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? But now, the mindset maturity that you have is like, it's not what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do.
Exactly.
And you just wrote gratitude.
Exactly. And another thing about this is the fact that we have like big leaders in Moldova, which is a small country.
Wow, it's awesome.
And I remember that when they came, we didn't have delivery in Moldova. And this leader, she said, you know what? I didn't came to this business to try and see if it works. I came to make it work. We don't care if we don't have transportation. We will do it. Delivery.
We'll make it work.
We'll make it work. Exactly. So this is the mindset.
It's amazing. You know, it's amazing that a lot of people will go to like somewhere like Moldova. You shared with me before that the average income is like 300 euros a month. The average person with like the immature mindset, not saying that they're immature, just the mindset is, and that's totally fine to appreciate, is that they would go, well, I can't build in Moldova.
Exactly.
It's 300 euros a month. Our business costs 1,000 euros to get started. Whereas the people, the right mindset, like yourself and the people in Moldova who you're building with, are going to go, whoa. You're telling me that I can make 5 sales, or I can get a team of 10 people, and I can make 1,000 euros a month. I go full time straight away. It's an interesting mindset. How has that been working with because you're used to like 800 euros a month in Romania, but Moldova, 300 euros a month. A lot of people are thinking, I spend more than that on food and on like a weekly basis. You're making that on a monthly basis. How is it to work with people in Moldova?
Well, honestly, they are hungry.
Yeah.
You know, and
really
this is very funny because my biggest teams are in Moldova, France, Belgium, Canada, a bit in United States. So you really see the different mindset, but at the end of the day, in every country, you have the same kind of people. Like you have people that are driven, you have people that are lazy, you have people that are having a lot of money, people that don't have money. You know, so at the end of the day, if you want to build a business in a market, you will still find the right people. But the funny thing is that the people from Moldova and Eastern Europe in general, even if they complain, because we all complain all over the world, but they do the business. You know, they are still there. You know, like we have difficulties with the delivery. It doesn't matter. We will fix it. Sometimes in other markets, it's not like this. You know, like people will quit more easily. You know,
and it's always funny when people say, like, people in the US will go, "Oh, I would love to have a team in Paris." And then people in Paris, the dream would be to have a team in California. People in Las Vegas are like, I just want to have a team in Australia. But they're not like, but what people don't realize is what you just mentioned. There are people in California who want to do the business, and there are people who don't. There are people in Romania who want to, and there are people who don't. So what's the strategy? Like what are you doing on a day-to-day basis with your team that you believe is allowing you to work 20 hours a week, but bring in a brilliant income, an incredible income, working from home, working from the coffee shop, working in Romania, working in Paris, working from wherever you want?
Well, I really believe that the core thing of our team is feeling good. I remember that when we had a big momentum, even in the first part of our journey with this company, the president of the company asked me, what is the secret? What do you do? And I was like, feeling good, you know? he looked at me, he was thinking that I'm crazy or something. But you know, when you talk with somebody, let's say that you are in my team and that we work together, when we call each other, the first thing that I ask you, Fraser, how do you feel? You know? But now how do you feel about the business? How do you feel in general? If you are not aligned, if you are stressed, if you feel pressure, why do you feel it? How can we change it? You can go very deep with this question. And I really believe that it's very important to really make people understand that they need to feel good. Because when you feel good, you vibrate differently and you attract different kind of people. So that's why you can work less, because you feel good. So when you feel good and you do actions from another place. And I think it's very important.
Well, I think also it's true because I talk about this a lot as well. I don't go as deep as you do with your team, but I believe there's a cycle called the FAR cycle, F-A-R. The F is for feeling, the A is for action, the R is for results. So when you feel good, you do good. When you do good, you get good.
Exactly.
And when you get good, you get that email come in saying, congratulations, Lorena, you have a new customer, a new team member. You're like, yeah! But so many people focus on the result that they feel bad because they don't get it, so then they don't do the action, and they don't get the result.
Exactly.
So it's like a downward spiral. You vibrate downwards instead of vibrating upwards. I'll tell you a story, right? And it's not maybe feeling good, but it's a similar question. I was in Australia and we were driving to a place called Top Golf. It's like a driving range with anyway, it's fun. And there was a few leaders in the car, and one leader who was driving, I was in the front seat with him, was sharing like how he's going through a bit of a situation and like he's just down and drained and like he just doesn't want to deal with it anymore. It's just upsetting him. It was a personal issue. And I just turned around and said, "Are you happy?" That was it. That was all I said. I said, "Are you happy?" And he kind of paused and was like shocked. Said, "You know what? No one's actually asked me that. Everyone's so caught up in the drama and the gossip, blah, 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 blah. He said that, she said this, da, da, da. No one's actually asked me, and I've never been happier." And it was amazing to see that in him, have that realization. And I often think about that, like, how are you feeling? No one necessarily asks you like sincerely, like, "How are you doing?"
Yes.
It's such an easy thing to like, "How are you doing?" "Yeah, I'm good. How are you?"
Yes.
"Yeah, good, fine, not too bad." But you don't really think about, "I'm good." You don't really think about it. So you're really going, like, are you really feeling good?
Yes, but one thing that I want to tell you is the fact that sometimes I see that people are going too far and overthinking things, like, why do I not feel good? Like, things should be also a bit fast when you want to build a business. Because if you think about your childhood and the past lives and, everything that happened very, very back then, my English.
It's good. It's good.
It will take a lot of time. So, okay, how do you feel now? Let's see, how can we improve? How can we change the mindset? Because you can change how you feel very fast. Like, you just get up and jump. You can go on the street and just be on the sun and just look
do
around.
some press-ups.
Exactly. Like, you can change how you feel. And it was exactly the same thing when I was back in Romania and I was on my bed and I changed how I felt. People think that it's very difficult to change how you feel, but it's not so difficult. It's just that we like when, for example, we have a breakup. Yes. What do? We put Celine Dion and we cry all the day and everything. No, put some Despacito and move on. It's okay, be sad.
But Celine Dion is good.
Yes, it is.
I mean,
it is.
It's really good.
Yes, of course.
Just in the right moments.
Exactly. Like, don't be in that dramatic state, because we like to stay in that state. And so this is what I do with my team. Like, change. It's okay. Like, it's fine. We all have periods of winter in our lives.
Yeah.
Even every week, Like, change it. Like.
So the same with environments as well, right?
Yes.
So like one of the reasons why we moved to Dubai is because we were so just mundane, boring, no growth where we were. We were in Germany, we were in Cologne, we were there for a season. Did we go back to the UK? Is anyone in a growth environment in the UK? Nope. So let's not go to the UK. Well, where else can we go where the weather's good? Because when the weather... We're in Paris right now. The weather, we were just saying it before, the weather is incredible and it's a Sunday. People are walking outside, they're happy. Some people aren't, because they never are. Some people are. The weather helps, people help. So when it comes to you like promoting events, do you use this like feeling good idea to get people to events?
Yes, for sure, because you have to recharge. Like, I really believe that 100% of the people who will not connect with the system will quit. I really believe, I never saw somebody making big money or having success in the business if they are not connected to the system.
100%.
Last week, somebody, like an amazing woman, she's really doing great. She's doing a lot of sales, and she's like, I don't know why I feel stuck with my team, building the team. And we don't work so closely. So I said, okay, listen, next time at our next Zoom, I want to interview you and tell us about yourselves. And she said, but I cannot at that hour because I'm feeding my children. I said, but every Monday you cannot? Like, you are never coming to our calls? She said, no, I never come. That's why you don't grow? We don't have to look far. That's why. Connect to the system.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I use this analogy of a desk fan. So there's actually one in the other room. Weirdly, I haven't seen one for a long time, but this desk fan's going round and round and round when it's plugged in. When you're plugged into the system, you go. You go to the events, you go. You speak to your mentor, you go. You read the books, you go. You attend the Zooms, you go. As soon as you unplug it, it doesn't stop straight away.
Yes.
It just slows down. You plug it back in again,
exactly.
And now I'm good. And I think that is what you're doing as a leader here, is you're just making sure people are plugged in.
Exactly.
So let's say that I contact you, Lorena, like I'm not really having a good time. I'm down and my business is going backwards. I feel like quitting. Do you use this feeling good principle to save me?
Yes. Well, I would really ask you why you would like to continue, why you want to quit. If you quit, what will you do?
Yeah.
You know, maybe
What's
what, Fraser? I really believe that it's not for everybody. Like maybe you want to be a painter, so quit. You know, like do your paintings. You know, so if this is something that really drives you, you know, but most of the people doesn't have another plan, you know, and still the best plan for them is network marketing. So if it's still like with your head, you really realize that it's still your best plan, let's make it work, you know, and let's find a way to make it work.
That's how my dad saved me. So we call it what's the alternative. So like, hey, you're going to quit, that's fine. But what's the alternative?
Exactly.
And even today, every morning and every night when I wake up, brush my teeth, before I go to bed, when I brush my teeth, I'll always look at the mirror. I don't say it out loud, but I go, if I don't do what I'm going to do today, if I decide, I don't want to, and I say I don't want to for 6 months, where's the business going to be? Exactly. And it always goes down. It always goes down. Exactly. So what's the alternative? Work on a building site. Great idea. Don't like the sound of that. So I love this. So you get people to events because you just know that that's going to make them feel good. They're going to vibrate. It's the classic, isn't it? You can watch Coldplay on YouTube, but when they come to Stade de France or they go to Wembley, you go, you feel it, and you never forget it. You're not going to say to your friend, hey, Braden, I watched Coldplay 3 years ago on YouTube. It was really good. And you're like, it's good, right? Celine Dion or whatever. So amazing.
I went to Sam Smith 2 weeks ago.
Oh, nice.
I like Body Shop and everything. I was so happy. Yes, I will always remember, you know.
You'll always remember, and you'll go back next time when you tell me.
Exactly.
Right? That's amazing. So how do you use this? How do you use this principle on social media? Like, how are you showing people that because I think you guys would agree, your energy is freaking awesome. Like you have You have a great energy. You're loud. You're bold. You're confident. That's what it feels like, anyway, right? I guess years ago you were not this way. Maybe, I don't know.
I was not really this way, but I was feeling that inside. You know, it's crazy when I think about this. It's like I felt that I had the potential. Yeah. And this is even like the thing of our team is Winners Inspire Nations. This is the name of our team. Winners Inspire Nations. And the thing is that I really believe that we all have a potential inside of us, and we all have like a flame that burns. Sometimes it burns just a bit because of the environment, like you said, you know. But we want to fire it up. So this is the thing of our team. And I don't remember your question.
No, because I kind of did.
If years ago I was the same. So I remember when I started in network marketing, I was living still in Paris, but small apartment, and I was having more weight. Not a lot. I was never obese, but I was not feeling good. Like I remember that I went to an event with my first company, and they said to write on cards affirmations. And it was the first time in my life when I did it, because in real life, in general, like in network marketing, you never do this.
You don't do it.
Yes.
It's not taught.
So I remember that I had these cards, like I said, I am feeling sexy at 68 kilos, you know. Yeah. It was like 4 kilos less, but still. And I was looking at the mirror, and Fraser, I was crying because I was not believing that. And it was very difficult to convince my brain that I can feel sexy, you know, even though inside of me I wanted, you know, to feel good and everything. Like I was writing, I feel free because I have the time and also the money, you know, and I was crying because at the beginning. But then repeating, I convinced myself. I think that we have to convince ourselves that we are capable.
It's funny, I have kind of this philosophy that thoughts are the enemies, feelings are your friends, right? So every time I'm in a situation and I think about things for too long, I overwhelm myself, I compare, I then go onto social media and see who's doing what I'm thinking of doing in the future, and then I see someone like, oh, they're already doing it, so like I better not do that, or they're doing it better than me, so like I shouldn't do that. I always get in a situation, because the more you think, the more you doubt. The more you doubt, the less you do. The less you do, the more you think, and you just go in this downward spiral. But when you feel, as you said, it comes back to feelings, a gut feeling, like I feel like I should do it, go for it. I feel like I should go on a second date with this guy, do it. I feel like I should do this network marketing business, do it. I feel like I should quit. Speak to your upline first, just to save you, right? And then, but feelings of your friends, thoughts of the enemies. So how are you showing up on, because you're doing great on social media. I love following you, I love seeing your journey and some of the stories, but I see a lot of the reels pop up in my feed. How are you kind of sharing that feel good vibe on social media to attract people who potentially understand?
Yes, well...
Camera is close to overheating.
Okay.
So I open the window. We're only at 40 minutes.
Okay.
And we can cut this out.
Yeah.
But just so you guys know, maybe that's where
we're coming like 10 minutes. We've got like 10 minutes to go. Yeah, if that.
I think it'll last.
Yeah, it's cool.
So should I continue with this question, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's all right. No, thanks, bro, because I'd rather that.
Yeah.
So social media.
The social media, yes. Wait.
Wait.
Okay. So on social media, how do I share? You know what? Like, imagine that when I started, like even 4 years ago when I started with this company, I was not a lot on social media. So I had to figure it out, you know, nobody really teach me. Then of course that I went to trainings, I was following other people, I learned. The most important thing is to directly say things to your followers. Because a lot of times people are showing the product, showing the service, saying that my business is amazing, but what do you do? Like, people don't know what they do.
And they'd rather go somewhere else who's telling them what they're doing instead of,
So I say to the people, I don't work a lot. Listen, I don't work a lot and I still have success. I'm feeling good. And even when I don't feel good, I make myself feeling good. You know, like I tell people directly and I show them. I show them, for example, I have the fear of flight. Like imagine that every month I take the plane at least once. Or twice, because I come back. Yes. So every week, every month, and I still have this fear of flight.
You have this problem.
It's crazy. Like I'm sweating and everything.
What is it that creates it? Is it takeoff? Is it landing? Is it the bumps?
All the time.
Is it the sounds? So one tip for you that's helped me, because I never used to have a fear of flights, but the more I flew, the more crazy experiences that I've had. So, and they're always different. So the worse I got. The first thing that really helped was noise cancelling headphones. That like really helped, because if you hear the engine change because the wind is different, or you hear the wheels go down or the flaps of the plane come out, it just makes you.
For me, it's the feeling like I have the fear of heights.
Yeah, right.
So when I'm 10,000 feet. Like it's too high.
I get it, but the first one is the headphones. The second one is whenever you're having like a nervous moment, just look at the air hostess, because they are completely calm and they're like, because even if they're in their job or not, if something bad was happening, they would not be like, would you like a drink? They'd be like, oh no, save myself, right? So I don't know. So
what I wanted, excuse me, what I wanted to say with this is the fact that it's okay to not feel like very confident all the time, you know? Because a lot of people are like, I will wait until I'm 100 confident and okay with presenting the business. Well, no, go for it. You know, like last time I went to Romania and I was in the plane and I was sweating and everything, and I was like, okay, I have to calm down, I have to breathe, and I have to think that when I will arrive, I will eat the soup of my grandmother, you know? So I was very excited at this thought, you know? And I was focusing on that, because a lot of time we are letting the fear take over, you know?
Always.
And another book, like I really want to recommend, I don't know if you read it, maybe yes, Outwitting the Devil.
Oh wow, Outwitting the Devil. No?
Was the book that changed my life, Fraser. Like
Outwitting the Devil.
Outwitting the Devil,
so you know
from Napoleon Hill.
No, never read it.
So it's a book about how the devil is controlling the people, and the main thing is by fear. So it's really An amazing book. First time when I didn't read it, I was hearing the audiobook on YouTube. It's great. You will never sleep again because the devil is speaking with a voice like this. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So on social media you are sharing that you're feeling good, but you're also sharing like things and moments in your life that make you not feeling so good.
Yes, of course.
The ups and downs, right?
Yes.
I think it's important. I think that is one of the keys to success on social media in particular, is that imagine you're on a roller coaster. The roller coaster doesn't just go around like this. It's boring. Everyone's just sat on it like, well, this is a waste of time.
Exactly.
But when you're going up, you're like, oh my God, I'm excited and I'm scared and I'm nervous and I'm petrified, but I'm really excited. And then when you go down, you're like, and the camera flashes and you're like, you know? And I think that's what creates people coming back. What's next? What's she going to talk about? So how do people follow you on social media? How do people follow you on social media? Like, how do they go on Instagram?
They click on follow?
So your Instagram handle is?
Win with Lorena.
Win with Lorena. Yes. There's no dots, there's no underscores, there's no numbers. No. It's just that. Go on to
just
Instagram.
A blonde girl.
Click the follow button and then that's it. Go and tune into her journey. So what's something that you would give as an assignment for people tuning in, for them to start actually taking action? Because people watch this, they tuned in, they got value, take a screenshot of what's on your device and make sure you post it onto your Instagram stories. Tag me at Fraser Brooks Online and then tag Lorena at Win with Lorena. Go and do that. And then go take action, please, because otherwise you're just going to go episode to episode to episode to episode and you're going to feel like you could conquer the world, but you're not actually going to unless you take action. So what's something that you would give someone as an assignment?
Let's do something. I'm very excited. Listen, guys, please do it with me. I will do it also, and I will tag you.
Yeah.
So let's do this. Like, let's do a post or a story with why I feel good now. And ask yourself, why do you feel good now? And share with the people, because imagine, just the fact that you will share that you feel good because you have an amazing opportunity that will get you more time with your family or more freedom or things like this. People that will watch you, they will say, wow, I want this also. I feel good because I'm in a good relationship with my mother. I feel good because it's sunny in my city, you know? Like, just I feel good. Why I feel good. And just tag us. What do you think?
Yeah, I love that.
Yes,
that's amazing.
Me too. Great, we'll do that.
So I feel good because you're here. And
yes.
I get to meet you for the first time.
I feel good also.
Yeah, you feel good also, right?
I will share it.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's amazing as well because like you get into environments like this. I'm taking some of your energy and I'm going to leverage that for the rest of the day. We've got lots of videos that we need to do, right? And I'll feel good at the end of that because I'll be like, I've done all my videos, and I'll feel good because Braden's done a great job, and I'll feel good knowing that you have a smile on your face today. Like, there's so many. I love this because how often do I ask myself, am I happy? I ask myself that a lot. I ask what's the alternative? Am I happy? But I never really ask myself, like, am I feeling good? And am I happy and am I feeling good are two kind of different questions. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
For taking the time to come through this crazy, crazy traffic in Paris. You're literally like just over there, but it takes a long time to come all the way over here. So I really appreciate that. Congratulations on everything that you've achieved and you're achieving. Thank you for being a leader in the profession who is helping new markets grow as well, like Moldova and other markets that you're working with. And I'm really looking forward to the next time.
Thank you very much. Next time when you don't feel good, remember that is Lorena here. How do you feel? Go feel good, huh? Thank you very much, Fraser. It was really great. Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. All right, guys, so if you got value with that, which I know you would, I definitely did, make sure you leave a comment down below and also let us know on Instagram by tagging us and just reaching out what value you got from this, and I look forward to seeing you on the next episode. All right, big love. Bye-bye.